Hello, thanks for tuning in to this video session. We're going to talk about conflicting viewpoints passages that are presented in Chapter 12 of the reference book. My name is Stephen Park on behalf of Academy and the SATHelper.com. So let's get a small introduction. Now, one of the total of 7 passages that you will encounter in the ACT Science will be based on conflicting viewpoints. So just one passage, and that corresponds to a total of 7 questions that you will have to answer the conflicting viewpoint passages. Now, there's a very basic and typical format for conflicting viewpoints passages. It'll begin with a short preamble, or I shouldn't say short, it can be short or long, but a preamble is basically like this introduction that describes some kind of scientific phenomena or observation in some detail. It's basically to give you a good background information before you go into analyzing different viewpoints. And then you'll be presented with 2 or more theories or viewpoints. Now, the theories and viewpoints can be identified in bold. It can be, it's usually arranged in numbers, student 1, student 2, student 3, or scientist 1, scientist 2. But it can also be a certain name of a theory or a certain name of a viewpoint. Hypothesis A, hypothesis B. So you can identify them in bold and in that similar format. Now, the topics can range really all topics, all ranges of science, but you will not be required to have any in-depth knowledge. What you will be able to do is certainly to understand the phenomena that is described, distinguish the main points of the different viewpoints, and determine the main points of disagreement. And also to be able to cite the data that is presented in the passage. Now, I say that because typically every viewpoint will have towards the end some kind of evidence, some kind of experiment, some kind of finding that the viewpoint will cite in order to support their its own respective arguments. So be able to identify those supporting data. Now, basic strategies are to work quickly. Don't spend more than 5 to 7 minutes on this single passage. And make sure you answer all questions, and as was similar to the 2 previous chapters, follow the 4-step drill that we will show you. Now, the first step is going to be able to read and understand the preamble. Now, this is very important because you want to have a firm grasp of the questions. Very, very useful in helping you answer many of the questions. In fact, you can find the correct answer, or you can rule out many of the answers. You can find the correct answer, or you can rule out many wrong answers based on your good grasp of the preamble. And then you want to identify